4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family, in the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for the millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
At Michigan First Mortgage, we believe a home is more than just 4 walls. It's endless possibilities, where relationships are strengthened and next steps are taken. It's a place to call your very own, where you can create new traditions and welcome family with open arms. And at Michigan First, it's at the heart of everything we do. Let us help you discover the possibilities of home.
The value of champions of character across all institutions is a message that we can all get behind.
The purpose behind Champions of Character is to have that student-athlete experience be one of growth.
Men's basketball on campus, we make sure that we give back with a smile and with a purpose.
Our goal as coaches is for our players to leave being better men, better husbands, better fathers, and better members in their community.
NAIA is Champions of Character.
From our very first breath, curiosity is why we question everything through barrages of whys and how comes. It now needs the tools to will its vision into existence. Tools that will forever allow curiosity to obscure the line between technology and magic. Be curious. Make magic. Lawrence Technological University.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 If your workload requires strength and durability, Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers will have your back, handling everything you need to bring your unique vision to life. When the job calls for the best, Silverado is the hard-working pickup that means business. Lease a 2024 Silverado Crew Cab LT for just $319 a month. Put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
everyone. Please join us as we honor the student athletes in the conference for their excellence on and off the field. Help us welcome Commissioner Eric Ward, who will be presenting the awards. The Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference has a strong tradition of academic as well as athletic achievement. It is because of this commitment that we honor the following student athletes as the 2025 WAC Women's Lacrosse All-Academic Team. Will the following honorees please come forward when your name is called? From Bethel University, Callie Brondike, Isabella Gebrand, Adeline Jones, Serenity Kretschmer, Olivia Darremple, and Caitlin Stensma. Now from Lawrence Tech, Hannah Dean, Carmen Foster, Hannah Huebner, Bella LaWorth, Reese Neiman, Mari Pellman, Elena Smythe, Jocelyn Vanderswag, and Jordan Wallagora. Ladies and gentlemen, again, your 2025 WAC Women's Lacrosse All-Academic Team. The WAC is also focused on service to our communities and developing life skills through character-driven athletics. Players are selected by their coaches to be a part of the 2025 WAC Women's Lacrosse Champions of Character Team. These members best represent the 5 core character values of integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. From Bethel, Isabella Gebrand. And from Lawrence Tech, Hannah Huebner. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 WAC Women's Lacrosse Champions of Character Team representatives. Next, we'd like to recognize those members present on the second team all-conference list as voted by WAC head coaches. From Bethel University, Isabella Gebrand, Callie Brondike, Eddie Jones, and Maddie Reel. From Lawrence Tech, Bella LaWorth, Mari Pellman, and Carmen Foster.
Carmen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your second team all-conference. Next, let's honor the players present tonight who are named to the first team all-conference list. From Lawrence Tech, Sydney Robinson, Hannah Huebner, Elena Smythe, and Jocelyn Vanderswag. Ladies and gentlemen, your first team all-conference list. Finally, we'd like to honor the individual award recipients. From Lawrence Tech, your WAC Offensive Player of the Year for the 3rd consecutive season, Sydney Robinson. your Offensive Player of the Year. We'd like to give a round of applause for all of our competitors on a great season, and best of luck in today's matchup. Good evening, hello to Blue Devil Stadium for tonight's women's lacrosse WAC tournament semifinal game between the Pilots of Bethel University and the Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech. When we play the right way, everyone rises, because the right way isn't just about the rules of the game, it's about respect for the game and the culture it fosters. The NAIA takes the student part of student athletes seriously, balancing growth of the whole person with athletic achievement, because that's the right way to play. On the field, in the classroom, and within the community, the NAIA college athletics, the way it is meant to be. Here's your starting lineup for Bethel. A freshman defender from Evansville, Indiana, number 1, Brooklyn Salee. A junior defender from Buchanan, Michigan, number 3, Haley Constant. A junior midfielder from Holland, Michigan, number 7, Callie Brondike. A graduate attack from South Bend, Indiana, number 8, Chloe Harding. A freshman defender from Goshen, Indiana, number 14, Megan Williams. A freshman attack from Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, number 19, PJ Pearson. A senior attack from Mission, British Columbia, Canada, number 21, Isabella Brand. A junior attack from Mishawaka, Indiana, number 23, Mackenzie Holland. A junior defender from Decatur, Indiana, number 27, Olivia Zarlumpel. A senior defender from Hilton, New York, number 29, Katie Korzinski. A senior defender from Delta, British Columbia, Canada, number 44, Taylor Stockdale. Rounding out their starters is the junior goalkeeper from Noblesville, Indiana, number 70, Maddie Reel. The Pilots are coached by Jeremy Brown, Katie Snyder, Sina John, and Bella Montgomery. They are your starters for Lawrence Tech. A senior attack from Grand Haven, Michigan, number 1, Sydney Robinson. A junior attack from Zeeland, Michigan, number 3, Bella LaWorse. Freshman midfielder from Grand Haven, Michigan, number 4, Audrey Spencer. Senior attack from Warren, Michigan, number 6, Hannah Dean. Senior attack from Caledonia, Michigan, number 7, Hannah Huebner. Senior midfielder from Novi, Michigan, number 9, Elena Slice. Junior midfielder from Millstadt, Illinois, number 10, Mari Feldman. Junior attack from Canton, Michigan, number 13, Morgan Walagora. Junior defender from Livonia, Michigan, number 16, Carmen Foster. Sophomore midfielder from Livonia, Michigan, number 21, McKenna Vincent. Junior defender from West Holland, Michigan, number 22, Jocelyn Vanderswag. And the freshman goalkeeper from Northville, Michigan, number 24, Madison Bugler. The Blue Devils are coached by Emma Kuehl, assisted by Katie Waits and Annabella Klusch. We ask at this time that you please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
And welcome into the WAC semi-final women's lacrosse game here. We have Lawrence Tech against Bethel. And it looks like Bethel's going to grab that opening draw in a little bit of action, but possession for Bethel. And it looks like Gerbrand is going to start off here. Bethel wraps it down low. Harding with it, goes far side to Bondyke. Bondyke sends it low to Williams. Williams trying to look for something. Spins off it, loses it a little bit, but backs off. Now Pearson over to the far side. Gerbrand over to Holland. Bondyke trying to find something. Definitely a different game to start off, as Bethel took a heavy loss against Lawrence Tech just a little bit ago for the last regular season game of the season, as they lost 20-8 against the Blue Devils. Now Kretschmer, far side, back down low. Williams, Lawrence Tech's defense really forcing the pressure, keeping them out of the crease here. Ball down, and Lawrence Tech picks up the ball. Van Zant's going to put on the Jets and take it near side down the sideline. And here come the Blue Devils. Van Zant really gets it far in deep there, and now she's going to let the offense set up. Spencer, she's going to set up top with Smythe. Goes all the way over, just missing Pellman. And it looked like they were trying to find either Hannah Dean or, yep, that's Hannah Dean there. It's the one that tried to chase it down, but no dice. So Holland goes back to the defense, and now Reel gonna grab that. So they go completely opposite side to Holland. Holland's gonna try and make her way through the middle, but getting a lot of pressure immediately from Hubner, LeWurst, and Robinson. Now Smythe putting the pressure on. Bethel slowly making their way through. Now they're going to set up, as it looked like the LeWurst and Smythe kind of collided there. Now Holland to Kretschmer. Bondyke. Back to Kretschmer. She's going to try and find a lane in. No shot, and that ball's on the turf. Another ground ball picked up by Lawrence Tech. Now Spencer is going to take it the other way, getting a lot of pressure, but finds a lane. Ball up in the air, still bouncing. Walla Gore able to get the pass off. Now Sydney Robinson on the attack. She's going to go down the hash lane, trying to find Hubner. And Hubner not able to keep that in, so that's going to be possession for Bethel. Now Stockdale was getting some pressure, finds Reel. She's going to absolutely launch that one. Less than I thought. She definitely had a hole right around the LTU logo. But Bondyke finds a pass. Now Harding's going to take it right down the hash marks and over to the right side. Pearson gets that over to the far side, trying to find that cut in. Just missing high was Gerbrand, as she sits second for points on this Pilots team. But first in assists with 13. And that's going to be a Bethel player hitting the dirt there. Van Zant's going to take it down the far side now. Finds the pass with van der Zwag. She's got a lane. Shoots, scores! And van der Zwag opens up the scoring for the Blue Devils.
LTU goal by number 22, Jonathan Vanderswag, unassisted.
And the junior defensive midi gets it started here in the semifinal game. With just 10:17 left in the first quarter. That's her first goal of the season. So definitely, what a way to grab your first goal. It's the opening one of the playoffs. Now Robinson against Harding for the draw, but that's going to be another easy possession for the Pilots, as that one's going to be a ground ball, and Smythe picks it up. Takes a bit of a cross check there from Bondyke. This one's going to be getting its way down, and Huebner's going to grab that one, picks it up. Got a little support from Dean there. Worse down behind the net. Goes up top to Pellman. Pellman had a shot chance there. And now she's going to get a free possession shot. She rips that one. 5-hole. Give the Blue Devils 2. As Pellman grabs her 22nd goal on the year. Lawrence Tech took a little bit to start, but they're getting busy here. And that is Mari Pellman's 4th free possession goal of the season. And it looks like Bella LaWorse going to come in here for the draw against Harding. Both getting set here. Ref double checking everything. She backs off. That one's going to be ripped to the moon, and it looks like Smythe's going to grab it. Gets a bit of a cross check, but keeps her moving. She makes her way down the sideline and pumps the brakes here. Now Dean got a bit of speed on the outside. Goes low to Huebner, to LaWorse. Over to Spencer on the near side. She's got a bit of a lane here, keeps the speed going. Trying to cut her way in, cuts left and gets walloped. That one's going to be a penalty, so Lawrence Tech goes a woman up here. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty on Thomasma. And that's going to be a nice save by Real, but it bounces back out. Spencer able to grab the rebound, gets it over to Huebner. But Worse gives her the passing lane out. Over to Huebner, back to the right side. Pellman open in the middle, but couldn't get the pass. Now up top to the WAC Women's Lacrosse Player of the Year, Sydney Robinson. Dean. Over to Pellman, near side. She backs off, dips under. That's going to be another save by Real. Here's a shot. LaWorse is going to grab the 3rd goal.
LTU goal by number 3, Bella LaWorse.
That's going to be Bella's 19th goal on the season. And looks like we're going to get a Pilots timeout. So while they hit the timeout break, so we will be right back. And we are back from the timeout. Looks like it's going to be another LaWerse Harding standoff here. 8:20 left in the quarter. This one kind of pops out low, but Smythe able to grab that one, finds a hole in. Ooh, excuse me, a little bit of the hiccups. Hubner goes over top, finds Pellman. Pellman dumps it in, goal! It looks like there was a flag too, so potentially could grab double trouble here as Pellman grabs her 23rd goal of the year. And Lauren Sack go up by 4 with 8 minutes left in the first. So that April 12th game with Lauren Sack taking on Bethel, it would be 3-3 in the first and then 8-4 in the first half. And then Lauren Sack would score 6 goals in the third and fourth quarter to stretch it out to 20 goals, with the Pilots only scoring 4 in the second half to seal their fate at 8 in that one. So be interesting to see. They're getting a lot of movement on the outside in Lauren Sack's zone, as Vanderswag was definitely giving Harding the business there. They're putting a lot of pressure on, trying to take away those passes. Seems like they're trying to force Bethel to make some mistakes. There's Kretschmeyer with it up top. As they go to the middle. Solid defense there by Wallagora as she gets Holland to back off. Holland tries to rip another one. That one goes over top of the net. Foster carries that one up and finds LaWerse. LaWerse is going to carry this low, but she cuts back up. Finds Dean. Over to Robinson to set everything up top. It's really interesting the last few games that we've covered. A lot of teams give Robinson a lot of space, and she grabs the bounce goal and grabs her first one of the day. And that is 5-0 now, as Robinson grabs her 39th goal of the year and 80th point. And I know there's a difference between regular season and postseason, but we're combining them all together because it counts. So 6:14 left here, and LaWerse is going to take another draw. Looks like they were checking LaWerse's footing there, as looked like a bunch of dominoes there, as Harding, Smythe, and I believe that was Gerbrand went down there. And it looks like Wallagora is going to get a quick minute penalty here. Yep, she gets a 1-minute penalty. I believe it was for a cross-check. So the Pilots warming up now. Now Saley's going to dump that one in. Finds Williams. Out of Bondyke. She's going to try and find the lean in. Goes to the middle, but that one gets blocked by Smythe. Now the Pilots set up again. Bondyke over to Holland. Down low to Pearson to the middle. And they just having a hard time completing that pass. And that's going to be a nice play there by Gugala. Haven't got to talk about her a lot so far this game, which is usually a good thing in a goalie's mind. So Holland dumps that down low to Pearson. To the middle again. And Lauren Seck's defense is going to work to keep the inside and in front of Gugala clear, but it looks like Harding is going to get a free possession shot here. And that one's going to be a bouncer. And the Pilots grab a goal back here with 4:55 left. And that's exactly what Bethel wants, is their points leader and goal scorer to start jumping on the score sheet here. She leads the Pilots with 20 goals so far this season and 33 points. And let's take a quick look, too, at the stats for number 24, the freshman goalkeeper, Gugala. So far this season, she's had 12 starts and is sitting pretty well. She's got a solid save percentage of .364, 78 saves on the season. And she's only letting up, on average, about 12 and a quarter goals a game, but has played a majority of the season. And the Pilots on attack again after a draw win. They go far side to Bondyke. She's not able to get it. Spencer able to put some pressure on as that ball pops up again. That's going to be a bit too much of an attack from Allison Wallensack. Looks like she's minimum penalty, and that's looks like a couldn't see if that was a yellow card or not, but it is a 1 minute penalty on Wallensack. So the Pilots in another woman up situation here. See if they can take advantage of it. Again, the Blue Devils able to take out that past the interior. Vanderswag not able to get there. So Bondyke's going to grab the possession for Bethel. Williams over to Bondyke. Down low to Pearson. Over to Gerbrand. They go to the middle again, and that pass is blocked. It looks like we have another penalty here. This one on Mari Pellman. And I believe that is Williams down. So while we are waiting on an injury break, we'll take a short break until everything gets moving up again. And we're going to have a free possession shot here. Trying to see who's taking it. And that one, it looks like it just popped out of her net as Thomasma just not able to rein that one in. Chance here for the Pilots, and it looked like can't see who's down there. And that's another player down, so we'll take another injury timeout. And we are back. It looks like Pearson went down that time. It looked like it might be a bit of a potential shoulder injury, as that's what she was kind of holding. A miscue on the pass there from Gugala, but Masma not able to get to it. So now Lawrence Tech on the attack as Smythe able to cut right over to Hubner. As the worst did have a little bit of a open room there in the middle, but Lawrence Tech chooses to set up. Robinson spins off, gives the pass to the worst, and that one's going to go over top of the net. Now the worst with it. She's getting a bit of defensive pressure there. She's going to give it to Robinson. Over to Hubner. Hubner getting the pressure now from Stockdale. Robinson's going to use the screen. Goes low to LaWorse. Smythe not able to grab that, but Spencer was going to grab the ground ball. So it looks like it's going to be a free possession shot here for Smythe. Smythe cuts right, shot, goal! She grabs her first one of the game. So Elena Smythe grabs her team leading 52nd goal of the season. And she's got quite the lead over Robinson at 39 goals, so definitely be interesting to see what the seniors do as they try and claim another WAC championship on their way to make a bid for the national championships. So 2:01 left in the quarter, and LaWorse is going to take another draw. And Bethel's going to grab another one. Bondike down low with Gerbrand. They try and go to the middle. Nobody home. That one pops up. Lawrence Tech just demolishing the chances for that interior pass. As Wallagora is going to take it all the way down the sideline. She gets pressured out a bit. And that's going to be a free possession now for the Pilots. Holland He's going to carry it in. Still has it against Wallagora. Kretschmer over to Bondyke. And Bondyke getting the pressure from Spencer. Now Vanderswag's going to pick up the ground ball. Vanderswag's going to pump fake. And Pellman going to carry it. 36 seconds left. Now Hubner over the LaWerse. 25 seconds left in the quarter. LaWerse going to back off, see if they let the clock run out, or if they try and grab a last-second goal here. Now Spencer cuts in, spin, shot, off the post. And able to reel it in herself. And we see 0 for the quarter. So Lawrence Tech grabs the 6-1 lead here in the first semifinal matchup for the WAC Women's Lacrosse Playoffs. We'll be back after a 2-minute break for the second quarter. And we are back for the second quarter. If you're just joining us, Lawrence Tech up 6-1 over the Bethel Pilots. And Lawrence Tech's defense really taking away a lot of chances for Bethel. Bethel's seem like they're really trying to force the interior pass in the first quarter. And the Lawrence Tech defense of Wallagora, Van Zant, and Carmen Foster were just going to town on blocks. Smythe herself got in there a few times, getting the stick in the way as Robinson gonna pull this one back out here. Now, far pass down low to Hubner, over to LaWerse. looks like we're going to get a whistle from the ref here. And it looks like that's going to be a penalty on Dalrymple. So Lawrence Tech, a woman up here as they were trying to find Spencer there on the pass. So they go for the pass and it turns into a long bounce pass to Gerbrand. Gerbrand's going to take it down the left side now. And Vanderswag able to interrupt another pass here. And Gerbrand was getting a lot of pressure there, so back up top to Bondyke. Bondyke trying to go low, and Kretschmer got pushed out, so the interior just being cleaned up so far. Kretschmer. And that penalty over, so things back even up. Bondyke. Over to Gerbrand. They were trying to go interior again. And it looked like the goalie, Gugalo, was able to kind of interrupt that pass. And right as I say that, Vanderswag is going to interrupt the pass. And she takes off down the middle of the field. And she's getting chased by Bondyke. Dean kind of struggled with that pass, but able to grab it up off the bounce. She spins. Shot. Goal! Dean grabs her first one of the game. So 7-1 now, Lawrence Tech. That's going to be Dean's fourth goal of the year. Other interesting thing so far is all the Lawrence Tech goals have been solo goals, no assists so far. With 6 different goal scorers, as Pellman leads the Blue Devils with 2 goals so far this game. And it looks like Robinson is back in for the draw here. She's going to rip that one right to Dean. Dean has a lane here, but she pulls out. Smythe not able to grab that one cleanly, but Robinson backs her up. They dump it down low to LaWurst. LaWurst tries to cut in, and she's going to pop back out on the right hash marks. Smythe trying to put some nice moves on. Pass from her knees. Gets it to Hubner to reset. Down to LaWurst. Hubner finds Pellman. Nice save by Reel. Pellman tried to grab the Hattie 5-hole in no business. Ball still bouncing. Robinson able to clean that one up. Picks it up. Shot fake. Shot. Another save by Reel. Let's take a look at the Pilots goaltender stats as Bethel on the attack here. So far this season, Maddie Reel as they get a pass to the interior. Shot. Goal. And Lawrence Tech finally gives one up in the interior as Harding, I believe, grabs the second goal of the game. So far she has two, one off a possession shot, and now one off a solid assist. So Harding now has 30 goals on the season, giving her 35 points total. Now let's get back to the Pilots goaltender, Maddie Reel. She's got 11 games played so far this season. She's only given up 2 to Stensma. But she has an 11 goals against average and a 50.2 save percentage. Hannah Dean going to take that one all the way in. Puts on the brakes. Finds Hubner. Smythe not able to find that one. Still ground ball. Hubner picks it up. Lawrence Tech having a whole lot of trouble hanging on to the ball. And Bethel takes over with possession as Bondyke takes it down the field. So it looks like Bondyke also snagged the assist on that second goal for Bethel, giving her 12th assist on the season. And it's going to be a solid stick check from Smythe. She finds Van Zandt to Dean. Dean going to get a bit of pressure from King, but still has a lane in. Now Hubner sets up behind the net. All the way up top to Robinson. Now Smythe over to Robinson. They find Wallagora. Wallagora dumps it down low. And it looks like there's going to be another penalty on the Pilots. This one to Holland. Looks like it's a green card for Holland. So Lawrence Tech can warm it up for a minute here as that one goes over top. And Blue Devils coach is obviously frustrated with that one. So just about 40 seconds left in that penalty. Now Vanderswag. And it looks like Vic is going to get the penalty here. No, not Vic. It looks like it's going to be Harding. Definitely not what you want to see from your leading points person, especially your leading goal scorer. She also leads on shots on goal, the solid percentage of 71.4, so definitely not the person you need taking a penalty in playoffs. So Hubner, she's going to carry it down low to Worse. Over to Robinson. Robinson cuts left again. It looks like she's going to get a free possession shot here. So far, Robinson has 4 goals off 13 free possession shot, and she's going to rip that one top shelf. Call it 8. As Robinson grabs her second goal of the game. In her 5th free possession goal of the season. A lot of the time you'll see Lawrence Tech kind of pass off that free possession shot chance, but it looks like we're going to get a timeout for Bethel here, so we'll take a short minute break. All right, we are back. 8:13 left in the first half. Looks like it's going to be worse. Nope, that was Robinson on the draw, and she's going to claim solid draw control there. She cuts left. Looks at Smythe in the middle. Who's got a lane on the right side. Goes for the bounce shot. Rebound. And she pulls it out, goes behind the net. Looks for the pass here. Another lane for a shot here. Shot. Saved by Real. She is let a few past her, but she's definitely getting peppered by the Blue Devils. Real's made 7 saves so far, and most of them have been pretty much on the doorstep. Now Holland. Williams is going to carry this one slowly behind the net. Now back up to Holland. Holland getting some pressure. That one's going to pop out. And it looks like that's going to be a free possession for Holland, as Wallagore is going to be the villain in this one. So this one was outside the 8-meter fan, all the way out to the 12-meter. And another interior pass that gets broken up as Audrey Spencer is going to be the one turn on the Jets. Finds the worst on the left side. She has Dean middle, but gets bumped off. And it looks like it's going to be another free possession for Robinson. passes or takes a shot here. Rips that one. Another save by Reel. Spencer snagged the rebound. That one's still bouncing. And Pilot's able to claim that one, but that's going to be possession for Lawrence Tech, as the worst was taken down on the play. So the worst and Huebner playing a bit of ping pong here as they're looking for a lane to open up. As they go to the middle. And 3 go down on that one. So, looks like Spencer went down on that one. Had her face mask kind of ripped off. And it looks like still a bit of trouble here, so we'll see what happens. We'll be right back after we see if things keep rolling here. So it looks like number 29, Korzenski, is going to get a 2-minute penalty here. And I believe Spencer's going to rip this one. Goal for Audrey Spencer as she makes it count with the free possession shot to grab her first one of the game. So Lawrence Tech up 9-2 now.
LTU goal by number 4, Audrey Spencer.
So Audrey Spencer grabs her 17th goal on the season and 5th free possession goal. Gives her 17 points so far on the season, as she's kind of in that middle gap. Points leaders for the Blue Devils, with Robinson, Smythe, Huebner, and Pellman, and LaWerse all above the 24-point mark. Smythe spins off the block, gives the inside pass to Robinson, goal! As Robinson grabs her hat-trick goal. On them 1, 2, 3, and that gives the Blue Devils the 10-2 lead here with 4:55 left in the half. So to continue on about points, with 3 goals, Robinson gives herself 82 points so far on the season. Definitely an impressive benchmark, getting over 80 points. And she's in for this draw. Good to see Harding back after she went down in the first quarter. Stockdale goes far side completely. To Kretschmer. Shot. Harding grabs her 3rd goal as she has been pretty much the lone offense for the Pilots. So she grabs her 31st goal on the season to give herself 36 points. So 10-3 now with 4:26 left in the second quarter. It looks like the Pilots making some changes on defense as Scottsdale comes out. She's been putting a lot of pressure below the crease, especially on LaWerse and Hubner. Robinson able to claim her own draw here. A little bit of effort. Fakes off the defender and gives herself time to set up. Again, still a little bit of trouble on the, not the passes, but the receptions. Now Smythe down low to Hubner. LaWerse cuts in. Means a wall of Pilot sticks. Now down low to Hubner. They were looking for Smythe on the cut in. King grabs the ground ball. That's going to be a miscue on the pass again. And number 13, Wallagora, able to keep that one in. So she sprints that in and finds Robinson. Robinson dumps that one middle, was trying to find Smythe, still bounces out. And Hubner able to support and grab that one. So they look to the middle again. Shot, and that one wide from Wallensack. And it looks like during that offense, Coach Ann, the graduate student and former Lawrence Tech goalie, was given some words to Mari Pellman. Now Robinson looks off the screen, finds Smythe wide open in the middle. It's another save by Reel. Wallensack's going to use the screen, gets it to Hubner down low. Over to LaWerse. Wallensack just putting controlled chaos into that interior right now. A lot of people flying in for the cut-in, but Smythe with the chance, goal! And it looks like another Pilot player down on the play. And she grabs her second goal of the game. So 11-3 now is the Blue Devils trying to close out the first half. Minute 54 left. So Smythe grabs her 53rd goal on the season. Looks like Bethel might be able to grab control on this one, but they're going to give free possession to Lawrence Tech. Hubner trying to find the pass lanes as Lawrence Tech getting set up on that left side. Cut in from Wallensack, but defended well. Hubner still has it. Kind of a cycle of players trying to find that cut-in pass. LaWorse brings it back up top, gives it to Dean. Dean getting a lot of pressure here. She gets pushed out behind the numbers by Bondyke. Real able to intercept that pass. Now looking at the conference leaders as we are in the conference playoffs, Smythe now sits third overall with 53 goals. And on top of that, she did miss 2 games early in the season due to injury. A bit of concussion protocol. She did go down early in the season, but that's the end of the quarter. Lawrence Tech up 11-3 over Bethel University. So definitely going to be interesting to see how the second half plays out. So after the 10-minute break, we'll be back with the second half action. And we are back for the second half as things are about to kick off here. Lawrence Tech up 11-3 if you're joining late. Again, another scramble on the draw, but Dean's going to pick up that one. Now over to Smythe up top. Now Spencer with it far side, down to Hubner. Boers finds a way in, shot, and Reel gets enough of that one. So we're going to take a look at the leaders on goalie. Is kind of doing that during the halftime break. And Maddie Reel is in the top 5 in all categories for goalie leaders. She sits second in saves with 123. Worse going to come in from behind, swat that one out, pick up the ground ball. She's third in save percentage at 50.2. Fourth in goals against with 122. And then third for goals against average with 11.09, with Gugala sitting fifth at 12.3. And Wallensack just missing that one. Kind of a wide open chance there, but goes over top of the net. And Hubner goes all the way up top to Martin Pellman. Pellman was looking for, I believe, Robinson on that. But Robinson couldn't get there. Soleil getting some pressure. She dumps it over the far side. Another long pass for the Pilots. As they go for the interior pass. And Harding, another shot here. Potentially kind of round ball, and Gugala able to grab that one in the crease. Dumps it off to sophomore McKenna Van Zandt. Definitely has some speed there. Van Zandt grabs it herself. She goes solo, coast to coast, to grab the 12th goal of the game. Grabbing her 11th goal on the season. So 11:46 to go. And Lawrence Tech 1 goal away from grabbing the 10-goal lead to kind of turn on the running clock. Worse. And drawing that one, putting a little pressure on Harding. But the Pilots can take possession here with Holland hauling it in. Looks like Reese Nemeth coming in on defense. So already starting to see some roster changes for the Blue Devils. Lineup changes. So they're trying to ISO Kretschmer. It looks like Pilots have their starting lineup back in. And nice save there by Gugala. Now Vanderswag dumps that off to Wallagora. Wallagora, a bit of a spin here to get away from Janetsky. Looks like we're going to get a free possession for the Blue Devils. And it looks like the refs are going to come together and talk about it. Looks like all three are coming together now. Looks like they're all looks like everything's and everyone's on the same page here, so they reset the clock with 10:10 left in the third quarter. Looks like we're still trying to figure things out here. So it looks like there was an issue with the shot clock. So Robinson, space, shot. And looks like she's going to get the free possession shot here. Right on the 8-meter fan. And she is right in the middle of it, so she's going to have a pretty solid shot here. Shot, and that one bounces off, and it looks like Robinson got popped there. So as we have an injury timeout, we will take a timeout ourselves. And that one looks like it went wide, but that's going to be a possession for the Pilots. trying to take a replay on exactly what happened there, on why Robinson went down, as we're able to kind of go back and look at the stream, thanks to it being up on YouTube. And Williams is going to carry that in. Harding with it behind the net. Hornsack still trying to take away those interior passes. Really kind of clamping down to keep everything either open or taken care of in front of Gugala. Shot, and that one's going to go wide right as Kretschmer got enough on it. But looks like this is going to be possession for Lawrence Tech. It looks like on that free possession shot that Koroneski got her stick in and up on Robinson's face. But it looks like we are going to have a woman up situation, but then we just heard the horn, and it kind of had everybody pause for a second, but Van Zandt is going to carry it in. Ground ball, Dean able to pick that up, gets it to Hubner. Van Zandt rips a shot. Hubner down to the worst. She goes over top. Spencer with a shot. Real. Doing her jobs as best she can today. So far, Real has 12 saves. And to be honest with you, I think she's got a couple more than that. So Hubner to Lewers. And back even now. And another, that's either an interception or a save by Real. Now Kretschmer goes long to Williams. Williams cuts in, has a lane here. Cuts left, getting bodied. That one popped up in the air, but Wallagora able to grab it. Finds Carmen Foster. She puts on the brakes, finds Smythe. She's going to hop out to let Pellman come into the offensive side. Wallenczak dumps that down low to Hubner for the goal. And now Lawrence Tech grabs the 10-goal lead with Hubner grabbing her first goal of the game. That's her 29th goal on the season to give her 47 points. And Wallenczak's going to grab the assist to grab her 6th assist on the year to give her 15 points. Nice to see the freshman attacker getting some action here in the playoff rounds. So we are on a running clock now, 5:40 left in the quarter. And Lawrence Tech able to grab the draw. Smythe has possession. Finds Wallenczak. Shot! Another save by Real. Now a bit of a ground ball situation here. Two pilots hit the deck. And Stockdale is putting the pressure on, but it looks like Worse able to grab the pass there. She finds a lane in and meets a wall of Bethel players, but it looks like it's going to be possession Bethel here. So, Brondike, believe, gets that over to King. King trying to find a way up the right side. Bit of a give and go here with Brondike. Brondike cuts to the left, ground ball. And Smythe pops it up, and she dumps Brondike there onto the turf. And it is turning into just an absolute chaos here, and it looks like the Worse is going to get a green card here for a minute penalty. So the Pilots warming up here. As they soar another pass into the offensive side with Vic dumping that pass over to Brondike. Brondike getting pressure immediately as she backs off. Looks like Pellman got enough of a stick on that one to interrupt the interior pass. Wallagora to Smythe. Smythe down the right side. 3-on-3, but Smythe has the speed, dumps it to Spencer, and what a cross check. So, believe we are potentially going to have an injury timeout here. Yeah, that one left me a bit speechless. Looks like Spencer is up and moving. And Stockdale, who's been putting a lot of pressure on the Lawrence Tech attackers, is going to grab a 2-minute penalty here for unloading on Spencer. So free possession shot by Spencer. She rips that one. Another save by Reel. Dean picks up the rebound. So Smythe is going to set up top. She cuts back. It's going to be a free possession shot from dead center. So see if Reel can save another one here. Smythe drives it in and grabs another one. As she finally grabs her hat trick with just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter to give Lawrence Tech the 11-goal lead, making it 14-3. So that now ties Smythe for second in the WAC goal scoring leaders, with Allie from Siena Heights, and Farrell leads everyone with 55 goals on the season. So still a lot of time left. Smythe could take the conference lead here. Smythe grabs that one. Nice draw win by Lawrence Tech. So just about 10 seconds left in the Stockdale penalty. Spencer getting popped again, but gets the pass off to Hubner. Over to Lewis. Lewis still has it. She curls up top to the right. Now back up top. She's going to get a free possession shot chance here. But does get a defender in her face. She's going to cut right, backs out. Bit of ground ball chance here. That one bounces off Harding. Goes back to Lawrence Tech, so Pellman with it. She cuts left, cuts right, goes for the pass. Shot. Wallenczak grabs a goal. So Pellman's going to grab the assist, and Wallenczak's going to grab her 10th goal on the year. And Pellman with her 5th assist. So as we get into later stages of the game here, the assists are starting to come for Lawrence Tech. So we're about the 22nd mark of the third quarter. Be interesting to see if we get this draw off or the quarter ends first. Looks like the ref is going to try and get the draw off. So with the end of quarter number 3 right now, we'll take a short break to get ready for the fourth and final quarter of the game. Lawrence Tech up 15-3 against Bethel University. We'll be right back. And we are back for quarter number 4. And it looks like Bethel trying to grab the draw on this one, and they're able to grab possession. As Holland is going to carry this one in. So Holland carries it over. Holland still has it as Brondike. Going to carry it to the right side. That one ground ball. Brondike able to keep that one. Still another ground ball in the interior for Lawrence Tech, and that's going to be free possession for the Blue Devils. So clock still running down here. So Walagora dumps that one off to Gugala. Now Van Zant takes off like a rocket down the far side. Already has that coast-to-coast solo goal. Definitely a highlight reel. Or one goal to put on it. Now Wallenczak has a lot of space here. Dumps that off to Smythe. Smythe has a lean in, cuts left, shot. And someone's stick ended up in the Pilot's net. And it looks like Solly went down on that play. And she's going to come out, and it looks like we have another Pilot flying in, and I believe that's Stockdale. So Robinson's going to set up behind the net with Hubner. Hubner curls up to the far side. Has a lean in, and that one's going to hit the turf. They almost catch a reel there outside the crease. She's going to dump that over to Koroneski. Still a ground ball here. This is going to be free possession for the Blue Devils. So Hubner to Dean. Out of Robinson, up top, dumps it down low. Smythe, shot, goal! Smythe grabs her fourth, and that ties her for the WAC goal scoring lead at 55 goals so far this season. So 11:45 left in the game. Lawrence Tech up 16-3 now. It looks like Robinson's going to grab an assist on that to give her 4 points so far on the game. So Robinson 2 points away from hitting the 85-point mark. Definitely doable with 11:15 left in this one. Now Dean cuts back. Goes far side or to the middle to Walagora. Looked like she was trying to find Robinson on the near side. But Walagora able to carry that one in. To Dean. Out of Robinson. She's going to take her time in between the hash marks. Right about the 28. Now to Smythe. Down low to Hubner. Now Walagora carries it. Out of Smythe. Hubner kind of cut in there. Smythe with the lane here. Shot and reel. Able to grab a piece of that one. And they say that one hit the post. So Robinson dumps that one to the middle. Wallenczak not able to grab it. Smythe has it. Smythe cuts the middle, turn, shot, net one, another save. And Real and the post have really slowed down this Lawrence Tech offense as they were solid to start it off. As every quarter, Bethel has just taken another goal off, with Lawrence Tech scoring 6, then 5 in the first and second quarters, then 4 in the third. Right now, they're holding them to 1 in the fourth and final quarter. And that's going to be a ground ball, and it looks like, I believe that's Densma hitting the turf. Stensman's going to get the free possession shot here, kind of at a pretty awkward angle. Favors Gugala more than anything, but leaves the backdoor pass open for the Pilots. And Stensma gets immediately pushed out by the defense. Brondike looks for the interior pass, finds Harding. That one's going to hit the dirt, and Lawrence Tech's going to pick up the ground ball. And I believe that's Wallagora coming down the far side. It is. So LaWorse with it. Goes down low to Hubner. Back to LaWorse. Over to Pellman. Pellman looks, has a lot of space here. She's going to take off, finds a lane in, cuts, backs out of it. Gets the pass to LaWorse. To the middle to Smythe. Shot. That one rings off the post. That one absolutely soared to the midfield, and that one eventually picked up by Holland. And another Pilot hits the turf here. I believe that's Williams. She's slow to get up, but does. So 6:46 left in the game here. Stockdale grabs this one. She rips a pass to nobody, and it's going to be a free possession. Here is Vanderswag. Gets that to Gugala, far side to Van Zant. Van Zant kind of gets shoved out of bounds. So it's going to be a free possession from about the 50. That's to Wallensack. Wallensack with a bit of space. Now down to Hubner. And it looks like Dean going to get a penalty there. Hubner still has it. Dumps it off to Pellman. Pellman cuts left. Gets the ball knocked out of her stick, and Pilots going the other way. Robinson trying to chase down Holland. Holland drops a shoulder. Tries to get it in a little deeper against Vanderswag. So 5:20 left in the game now. Bethel on the attack. It looks like Kretschmer is going to get the penalty too. So 20 seconds left in that penalty. And that was an absolute scrum for the ground ball on that one. Holland is going to try and find a lane right. Cuts left. Was looking for that interior pass, and that's going to be a free possession shot for Holland. Holland with a lot of space here on this one. She rips it, tries to go 5-hole for the bounce. But nice save by Gugala, and Vanderswag is going the other way. She finds Dean down to Hubner. And that lets the rest of the Blue Devils set up. Hubner goes long to Pellman. Robinson thought she missed the pass there. Nice break up there by Janatsky. So Wallenczak able to pick that up. Gets it to Reese Namath. She sees some action on the offensive side. Hubner picks up the ground ball, has a lane in. Shot over the top, and Hubner grabs another one. Hubner grabs her second goal of the game to make it 17-3 now, with just under 3:15 left. So that's another solo goal for Lawrence Tech. As both Pellman and Hubner now both one goal away from grabbing a hat trick. As Robinson and Smythe both have already claimed theirs for today. 2:45 left in this one. Wind starting to pick up a little bit from the south end zone going through the north end zone. And the Pilots going to grab that draw. It's Holland doing... It's Gerbrand, not Holland. Was trying to get that one. Harding seeing a bit of rejuvenation here from Bethel. So 2:07 left. And now a free possession shot for Brondike. Brondike gets her shot path interrupted, but still it's going to be possession for the Pilots. So nice shot by the Blue Devil defense. They go for the interior pass. Harding misfires. But she's going to get a takeaway here. Another pass interrupted in the interior. Namath hits the dirt, and that one is going to end up being a free possession for Lawrence Tech. Vanderswag dumps it out of the way. And Harding kind of putting a little more oomph into those cross checks. And Liliana Littner is going to carry this one in. So seeing some fresh legs for the Blue Devils late in this one. Just about a minute left. Now Wallenczak. Over to LaWurst, down to Hubner. This one gets dumped to Namath. Shot! Goal! The sophomore midi claims her first goal of the game. That's her third goal of the year. So definitely best play you can make as one of the younger ones on the team, especially if you're getting late in the game. Make it count quick. So just under 20 seconds left in this one. Lawrence Tech up 18-3. So just to close this one out, we just want to say thank you for joining us in this WAC playoff game. Try and see if I can get to the bracket. See what we're going to be looking at. So right now, looking at the Indiana Tech Marion game, it is currently 8-8 with 8:48 left in the third quarter. So depending on who wins that one, could decide who Lawrence Tech takes on in the finals. So another great showing for the Blue Devils. Bethel really did their best, but just not enough in this one. So it'd be really interesting to see if in the finals Lawrence Tech claims another conference title for, I believe, what's going to be either their 6th or 7th year in a row. So we just want to say thank you for joining us, and we hope you join us for the next one. A lot of playoff action this week. Alex Johnson on the call, my producer Alex Sweet. We got some new people working with us. Ernest up on the camera, one of the Lawrence Tech track team members, down doing highlights for us. So we just want to say thanks, and we hope you join us next time.